What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? When I tell y'all, it's so much mess happening right now. It- it's just so much mess happening right now. Every time I look up, it's something going on with somebody. Baby, I don't even know. Like I was looking at the blogs and on Google the other day, and I was just like, it's so much happening. It's so much happening. I don't even know where to start. And sometimes it's so much happening where you feel like you can't talk about everything. You know, you feel like you can't talk about everything. Um, what's up, y'all? I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get in, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Um, so we can go ahead and get into what I really want to talk about, which is the mess happening over there in Atlanta. When I tell y'all, Bravo, if I don't know what y'all got going on. I don't know what y'all have going on over there. At this point, baby, y'all all look foolish. We're gonna get into it though. I'm gonna wait for a few more people. Let me drink some of this water. I'm a little thirsty. And then we're gonna get started. What's up, everybody? What's up, Alnisha and V Spencer? What's up, I just put my contacts on, so my eyes still trying to adjust. The recessionista. What's up, Taz? What's up, your girl Erica and Natasha? Yeah. What's up, Shane? Cheyenne. What's up, Nerlene and Mercedes? What's up, Lexi? What's up, Aries Diva 84? Too Feisty and Kayla, Yasmin and Kimmy Nicole. Yes. Come on, DMX. Come on, Taz and Sharika and Young. Nerlene. Okay. Oh, makeup. Ow. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, oh, wait, oh, wait, oh, wait, oh, wait. Child. We're going to go ahead and talk about, listen, let's just go ahead and get started because, girl, I say this all the time. I really don't want to be down here too long. So we just gonna briefly talk about Hailey Bailey and DDG. So for those who don't know what's going on, DDG. Oh, here we go. DDG. He went to the courts and he wanted to also get a restraining order that was announced today that the judge denied. He has submitted alleged evidence of Hailey beating on him. I think on one picture, it was a picture of his finger was cut. There were text messages. It was a whole shebang. Um, Let me just start off by saying this. I've said this before on here. Sometimes I look at the girlies and I get it because, like I always say, we're all grown and we're going to do what we want to do. And can't nobody tell us nothing. I'm gonna do what I want to do. You're gonna do what you want to do, and the next grown person is gonna do what they want to do. It doesn't matter how many people tell you. They always say, "What's up, Diva, baby? We live." Okay. Um, it doesn't matter. We're gonna do what we want to do, and sometimes they say when people, especially when you're in relationships, people who try and steer you the other way, they say it kind of drives you more to what they're trying to steer you away from. So I'm saying that to say, Hailey is grown. She did what she wanted to do, you know, to the point where she saw what people were saying online. And I'm paraphrasing. She came down to the internet and told y'all to mind y'all business. Basically. Basically. Girl, y'all just mad because y'all ain't got no man. Now, she ain't say all of that, but that's pretty much what that's what she wanted to say. Girl, y'all just mad because y'all ain't got no man. Okay? Hating ass heifers, right? Just jealous. They're just mad because they ain't got no man. Okay? Old bitter. Okay? Old bitter. Ain't got no man. Worried about me. You're not gonna again, she didn't say that, but that's what she wanted to say. Okay? Y'all ain't got no man. Y'all worried about me. Okay? Oh, haters. Okay? It's just sad because I remember when it was y'all just jealous. Okay, y'all just jealous. Just jealous. Okay. I remember when it was announced that she was going to be the Little Mermaid. I just remember so many people being excited for her. And then when she started to kind of receive backlash because the people were mad, the white people and the others, girl, probably even a few nickels, was mad that she was, they were changing the Little Mermaid from a white girl to a black girl. And so, I think that kind of made people kind of rally behind her even more. And people were just excited. And then, fast forward, she gets with this man and it just, it's almost like I can't believe how much of a 180 happened because it's like every time I look up, I see her name in the blogs, and it is some ghetto, hood, gutter snipe, baby mama, baby daddy drama. Like, I rarely see good news attached to Hallie's name. And it's sad. It really, really is. It's sad because that's all it's been. Just just baby mama and baby daddy drama nonstop. I don't care how big of a presence DDG has on YouTube. The fact of the matter is, DDG was not in the blogs until he got with the Little Mermaid. Be very clear. I think in the grand scheme of celebrity, DDG was not considered a celebrity. I still don't think he's considered one. He even got upset when Shannon Sharp referred to him as Hailey's baby daddy, because that's how most people know him. Girl, we only know you through Hailey. I call her Hailey and Hailey. I go back and forth. We only know you through her. on YouTube, Twitch, Snapchat, whatever he's on, he might be a big deal over there or in, this circle. But in the celebrity world, nobody knew him. So just to see it go from where we thought like the trajectory of her career was going to go, not to say that her career still isn't going there, but I always use Zendaya as an example. You can say what you want to say about Zendaya, but one thing about that Zendaya, we never hear anything about her personal life unless it's something that people would consider positive, like she got engaged. Past that, we don't know nothing about Zendaya and that man she with. It's always either about Zendaya's fashions or about Zendaya's movies, her projects. It's never nothing about her personal life. And so when I look at the girls like Halle and okay, okay. When I look at the girls like Sky, isn't that her name? Sky, the girl from Disney. And when I look at the girls like, women, because they're women, they're young women, right? But when I look at them and then I'm just like, girl, like, I just wish, like the girl, like Zendaya could have got a hold. It's not Zendaya's responsibility, but I just wish that Zendaya could have got a hold to y'all and been like, girl, this is what you got to do, okay? Because, girl. So, anyways, now DDG has submitted documents to the court, and it's a lot of text messages. I read all the text messages that were in the document. I'm not going to read them right now because it's too much. um to me, I felt like, oh, that's another one. That's another one, Yara. But yes, the girl from Grownish and the girl from Grownish and Blackish. That's another one. You never see those girls like you never see those girls in no mess. You never see them in no mess, girl. You never see them in no mess. So, anyways, there were a lot of text messages. And so basically, the short version of it is DDG in the text messages, the alleged text messages show that at one point, and they go back to like 2022, Halle was having, it's wild, he's using her depression caused by him terrorizing her as evidence in this case. He is trifling. The cats rock. Thank you so much. Um, it goes back to 2022, and it shows that she was having some mental health problems, um, talking about unaliving herself. Even after the baby, there was still talk about that. um, to me this is just to me, okay? I felt like it made me look at him even more of like, girl, you're just a trash ass nigga. I'm not mad at DDG for, if if he wants to fight for custody of his son, I say go for it. I'm not mad at it, right? I'm of the belief, if somebody's trying to take your child away from you and you feel like absolutely not, then girl, we're gonna have to just go and see what it's gonna do. So I'm not mad at him for wanting custody of his son, but when I looked at the text messages, it it just appeared to me like you really like a trash ass nigga. Even to the point where his mama came out with her own testimony. And the only thing I got from her testimony was, girl, your husband, not your husband, your son was cheating on your grandchild's mama while she was pregnant. That's the only thing I got from it. You're saying that, oh, in June of 2023, he was out with a female a female friend at the movies. Girl, in June of 2023, Hailey was pregnant because she had the baby in December. So what I see in a lot of the text messages was he was cheating on her. She stayed clearly. You also pretty much acknowledged that he was cheating on her. I'm not trying to take away from, you know what? And I also believe this too. If DDG, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and I'm not taking it back. If DDG was that concerned for the safety of his child, it wouldn't have taken for Hailey to go down and file charges for him to then say he's concerned for the safety of his child. Because if these messages go back all the way to 2022, then you knew that from what your claims are, she wasn't mentally healthy then. But you still stayed and had a baby, to the point where it was even times in the messages where Hailey was telling you to come get the baby because she didn't want the baby to see her the way that she was. To the point where your baby mama was standing outside your goddamn door in the cold and you wouldn't open up the door. You're like, I'm so like, what are we reading? Him and his mama held the receipts trash. That girl was crying for help. Thank you, Clee. So it's like, what I'm reading that you submitted, girl, it's not. You're like, if you were that concerned about your child, you would have tried to get your child a long time ago if you honestly thought that Hailey was a danger to her child. I did not see, this is just me. I read all the text messages in the documents. I didn't see not one time where Hailey, it appeared to me that Hailey was going to harm the child. Now there was talk about her harming herself, but I didn't see anything. The only thing that people, if you don't believe in heaven babies, okay, is when she, I think, talked about probably getting rid of the baby when she was pregnant. Because he said something about you said you were gonna harm or unalive my son or something like that. But I think that was when she was pregnant. But past that, I don't remember seeing anything in any of those text messages where it appeared to me as though she was going to harm the son. Now, again, if those text messages are real, there was conversations of her possibly harming herself. And I'm gonna take it a step further. I do not believe. Listen, 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 girl. I don't know if I necessarily believe all those text messages. Let me explain what I mean. I believe that those text messages were manipulated in the way that they were presented in those documents. I think that they intentionally set those text messages up the way that they did to make it seem as though Hailey was just texting that boy back to back to back to back. Like, girl, look at your text messages on your phone. A text message thread does not show up that way. It would have been different if he would have took screenshots of the text of the conversations and put those screenshots of the text messages in the document. Then I would have been like, oh, okay. But it appeared to me as though they took messages and then pasted them on the paper to make it look a certain way. But that is not how. Everybody knows who has a phone, an iPhone, or even probably a Samsung, that a text message thread does not appear that way. Look at your phone right now. I want everybody in the room to look at their phone and tell me, do your messages show up the way that those messages showed up in that document? Tell me. I want everybody to grab their cell phones and look at your messages in your phone and tell me that if your messages show up the way that they had presented those messages in that document. I feel like while some of the messages are real, I believe that they took messages line by line to make her look psycho. Like, look at all of these messages from this person back to back to back to back to back. You see what I'm saying? Like, look at all these messages from this person back to 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 back. But we don't have no messages from him. But she's just steady sending separate messages one by one by one by one by one by one by one. And again, if Hailey is psychotic, if she is indeed in a position where she could harm herself and her son, then why did it take up until now for DDG to say that I think that she is not fit as of right now to take care of our son? Because again, if you have these messages to go back all the way to 2022, then why did it take you up until 2025 to come to that conclusion? If you really thought that she was going to harm herself or your child. 2022, 2023, 2024, and now almost June of 2025. That's all I'm saying. Um, yeah, that's all I'm saying. And in those messages, when she was telling you to come and get your son, in those messages, when she said that we're standing outside your door in the cold, if you were that concerned about the safety, then why didn't you get your son then? I believe that when people tell you, show you who they are, you need to believe them. When that nigga came out and put that song out and said that he wanted to sabotage your career, I knew that he was telling the truth. It is what it is. He's doing what he said he was going to do. I mean, what else can you say? He told you what it was. The nigga told everybody what it was. He said it. And so now here we are. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's sad. Like, girl, like, and it's no shade to Hailey, but y'all wonder why I used to always say, as much I used to look at Hailey and Chloe, and I know y'all remember me saying, if I had to pick either one of those sisters for my nieces to look up to, it would be Chloe over Hailey. You can say what you want to say about Chloe, but Chloe ain't out here going through none of that shit. She might do too much when she be singing sometimes. She might sound like it look like she having an orgasm when she be singing online. She be doing too much. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I used to always say I would rather have my nieces look up to Chloe before Hailey. Because maybe Hailey got too much going on. Chloe don't bother nobody. And Chloe ain't out here going through none of this shit. The most we can say about Chloe is that when she sings, it comes across as too sexual sometimes. She be sitting in the house in her car. She be sitting in the house singing, "Loving you. It's easy 'cause you're beautiful. Ooh. Making love with you." Ooh. And you be like, girl, what is you doing? Girl, you be like, Chloe, girl. Is all I wanna do. Love you. Girl, I used to be like, Chloe, girl, relax. Damn. Girl, just sing the song. God damn. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do all that shit. Girl, just sing the goddamn song. You over there, girl, damn near playing with your puss. Girl, girl having an orgasm online. Girl, you shaking this shit. Girl, saliva coming out the side of your mouth. Girl, just sing the song. But past that, Chloe don't be bothering nobody. You know what I'm saying? And Chloe ain't out here looking like no goddamn fool. You know what I'm saying? Chloe ain't looking like no fool. I ain't let no nigga make her look like no fool. Girl, she ain't going through no drama. Chloe just make her music and she do her movies and she perform whatever they ask her to. She do her little tributes for Usher. She went across the waters and went. I think she did something with Burna Boy. What's his name? Burna Boy. That was like, but other than that, Chloe ain't out here in these streets like that, girl. She ain't in and out of the courthouse. But anyways, shout out to Hailey. The judge did deny his restraining order today. From what they said, I don't know. I just saw before I got on here that they plan on using um, the tape. DDG's entourage got into a fight a few days ago. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. That's all it is. So they say, and then I think his lawyer came out with a comment for XXL. Girl, can I say something? I'm about to say something that's about to sound real ignorant. I am. I am. I'm about to say something that's about to sound real ignorant. So I don't need nobody telling me. The lawyer came out and released a statement to XXL. And I believe that the lawyer did that. And I'm sorry, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think that the lawyer did that because XXL, in my head, is probably a predominantly black fan base, probably men. And I think it does lend itself to what Hailey has been saying about they use the fans or his, to kind of attack her online. Girl, out of all the publications you could have released a statement to, you released it to XXL. Girl. Not Access Hollywood, not E News, girl, not TMZ, like XXL. Like not like you know what I'm saying? Like out of all the people you could have given an exclusive um statement to, you gave a statement to XXL. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. You thought it was a point. No, girl, it's like a magazine. Yeah. Like that's who you decided to go to? I was like, okay. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. Am I okay? I just thought that was a little like, oh, okay. I feel like I see what you're trying to do. I feel like I see what you're trying to do. Hmm. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, okay. Anyways, y'all. So that's enough about DDG and Hailey. Baby, I want to move on and talk about what I really wanted to come down here and talk about. Yeah. The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know what is going on with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I said this earlier in a video. I really want to know what's the end game. Is the end game to just make people not want to deal with the show? Is the end game to make sure that this is the last season? Like, what is going on? When I tell you, it's almost like the Twilight Zone. So, for the people who don't know what we're talking about, so they're filming the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, I think today. The seating chart came out, and I saw the seating chart, and I was like, I was like, where is Bang Bang? Because she wasn't on the seating chart. And I was like, I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. I really thought it was a mistake. I really did. I just thought maybe she I don't know why. I swear, I did not think that girl did not go to the reunion. And then I'm literally making a video, and then I get a text message. Hey! And then I grab my phone and I open up the text message, and it's a message from one of my friends. And I click on it, and it says people.com. Brit Edie skips Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 reunion taping. I was like, huh? I start acting real slow. I start acting real confused. I was like, huh? So I clicked on it and I said, girl, I know you lying. I don't know why when I saw the seating arrangement, I swear it just did not register in my head that girl did not go to the reunion. I really thought that they forgot to put up I really thought they forgot to put her picture on the goddamn seating chart. I really did. It just did not, like, the light did not go off. Like, she did go to the reunion. I was like, they must have forgot to put her picture on the chart. So Brit decided not to go to the reunion. Kenya was not invited. Well, she was disinvited. Kenya was invited, and then they told her that she wasn't invited anymore. Brit decided not to go to the reunion. Then all of a sudden, Kenya comes out with a post, a tweet, and the tweet says, I have it right here. Okay, here we go. Kenya comes out with a tweet and it says, I'm disappointed not to be a part of the RHOA 16 reunion taping today. Please know I take full accountability for my actions and deeply apologize to those affected, including Brittany, the cast, crew, guests, and viewers. I look forward to seeing you all back on Bravo soon. And then, baby, I'm not lying to y'all. I uploaded the videos and all that stuff, right? And I went to check my mailbox. Girl, somebody stole my jeans. Well, I'm hoping they show up. Girl, I'm about to get real pissed off. I'll order some jeans. Anyways, that was only $30, but that's not the point. So, girl, I went to check my mailbox, and then I went to the grocery store. So I'm sitting in front of the grocery store, and I'm just online, just sitting there. I ain't even got out the car yet. Then my sister, my biological sister, Tatum, Stone, and Bailey's mama, a text come through, and I look at my text, and I'm like, and she put WTF. And my sister don't even really keep up with the mess anymore. So I'm like, what is this? And it was All True Tea. All True Tea had posted something from Bang Bang Edie. And so I clicked on it, and I was like, what in the hell? And I was like, hold on, what's going on? And so then I'm reading it. And this is what Bang Bang Edie said. Baby, this is some crazy shit. Bang Bang comes out and she says this: as everyone is now aware, I'm not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me, and while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing: the graphic sexual photo surrounding the events in episode 5. That photo was not me. As a wait, sorry. Hold up. Oh shit, hold up. Come on. Okay. As the episode makes clear, I did not see the photo at the time. Rather, I was made aware of the photo being presented at the event and based on what I was told, assumed it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who was in that photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I now know it was not me. Bitch, what the fuck? Bitch, what the fuck? I look forward to seeking accountability and moving past this dark part of my life. Brit. Bitch. They suspended Kenya for Little Pistol Starter, and she said it wasn't her in the picture. No matter what Kenya has done, she has always stood in her shit. Send Brienne the scammer back to the private citizenship. Okay, back into private citizenship. She's still lying. Girl. When I tell y'all I am not lying, I literally just sat in the car and I was just looking around like, girl, what is going on? I was like, girl, what is going on? I know I sat in my car for about 15 to 20 more minutes before I even got out and went inside the grocery store. I said, baby, hold up. Hold the fuck up. Girl, hold up. What is going on? At this point, when I tell you everybody on the cast, truly original. Bang Bang is gearing up for a lawsuit. That woman is a coward and lacks accountability. Stop with the reboots and get new production companies. Thank you, Feel Good. I don't know what's going on. Brit and Bravo settled for a coin after the event. Thank you, Carlos Harris. I don't know what's going on. I don't. Girl. I think everybody is looking real crazy. I think Bravo is looking crazy. I think Andy looks crazy. I think Truly Original looks crazy. Um, I want to start out by saying this. I don't know if I necessarily believe Brit. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all. Unless that girl looked completely different. So you're saying that Kenya found some pictures and everybody thought that it was you, but come to find out it wasn't you? So your face looks that different to the point now, girl, nobody can tell who you were in those pictures? But then the next, okay, I have like 20 things to say. Okay, listen, I have 20 things to say. These are all the thoughts that popped in my head. The first thought was, girl, you're lying. Then the second thought was, I thought Bravo said they did an investigation. If Bravo did an investigation, now you have Bang Bang coming out saying that that actually wasn't me in those photos. Then if you did the investigation, then how do you not also determine that that wasn't Bang Bang in the pictures? Because y'all said y'all did an investigation. So what kind of investigation was conducted by Bravo? Thank you, Erica De Niro TV. Exactly. Because now, listen, this is what we're about to do. We are about to play the game of it wasn't Bang Bang in the photo. Girl, who is this? We about to play the game of who is this hoe. Okay? We about to play the game. Who is this hoe? Different faces. You hear me? Different faces. We don't know. Because we trying to figure out who was in the picture, girl. Who was on the picture? Was it her? Was it her? Or was it her? Who was it, girl? Bravo. Who was in the picture? Who is the hoe that was in the picture? Who is the hoe that was in the picture, Bravo? Because y'all said y'all did an investigation. So we trying to figure out if it was her, Keisha. Was it Tiffany? Was it Brit? Girl. Like, who was it? Because y'all said y'all did an investigation. So we gonna play the game of who is this hoe? Y'all said y'all did an investigation. If y'all did an investigation, the queen was vindicated. We missed out on a fun season of great reason fashions for a dangerous pinch nose 2 for 25. 2 for 25 down at Chili's for a group of 100 rainbows wearing scammer. Okay, exactly. Thank you. So my whole thing is, if y'all did an investigation, like y'all said that y'all did, and like Andy said that y'all did, down to the Watch What Happens Live, then how did y'all not know that that wasn't her in the photo? Because what Bang Bang said, let's ask Porsha because she said Brit was underage. Baby, we about to get into Porsha in a little bit. Don't forget. I mean, don't worry, girl. We yeah tonight. Okay, we doing shit. We shifting tonight. So Bang Bang said it wasn't her. But if y'all did the investigation like y'all said y'all did, then how did y'all not determine that that wasn't her? What type of investigation did you really conduct? What kind? Who is this hoe? The only question we need to ask, the only question we need to ask at the reunion. Exactly. Girl, who y'all girl, we don't but I don't know who y'all hiring down to Bravo. What a way to crash and burn RHOA Sweet 16 season. Just pathetic. Thank you, Miss Cookie Ray. Exactly. But Brit is saying that that was not her. What type of investigation did you do if Brit is saying, oh, I just saw the photos recently, and that's not me? Because that's what Brit is saying. That's what Brit is saying. Because if y'all really did a thorough investigation, y'all would have figured out that ain't even her in the picture. Because now, again, we just playing the game. Brit said that it ain't her. That's what she said. That's what Brit said. Bang Bang Edie, Benadryl, Bertha, Brenda, girl, said that that was not her. When I tell you, bitch, this sounds crazy as hell to me. So Kenya has been on an apology tour. They claim to have done an investigation about the threats to Truly Original is giving very low budget. Girl, when I tell you Bravo at this point, girl, y'all really are just a shinier Zeus. Girl, it's giving, in real life, it's giving Zeus just with shiny wrapping paper. Baby, it is giving. When I tell you it is giving, when I tell you it is giving, her insurance license being investigated too, right? Exactly. Thank you, Erica De Niro TV. Brit, when I tell you, girl, a plot that Todd set up to come to us with the bullshit. Thank you, Alex. Brit, you came down to our TV and told us that your license was suspended. Isn't that the word she used? And then Angela clocked you, and then you tried to walk it back and say, no, I'm actually under investigation. So you were under investigation. So you mean to tell us you were going to go with telling us that your license was suspended, and your license was suspended due to a photo that wasn't even you? Because that was a lie you was going to run with, because that's what you told Shamia. Up until Angela clocked you, and then you had to walk it back real fast and say, oh, no, I'm actually under investigation. So you were under investigation over a photo now that wasn't you. Girl, when I tell you this shit is insane to me, that nobody saw. Like I said before, there's no way, we just playing a game. We just playing a game. There's no way that Bang Bang was under investigation, because when you look at the timeline, girl, if the event happened on, say, a Monday at Kenya's spa, she had that cross session with her mom too, right? Right. So you mean to tell me you don't went from being investigated, sitting down crying, girl, all this, to now, oh girl, that wasn't even me. Girl, what? Bitch, what the fuck? Girls even tell me, we done went this whole season. Girl, we done went this whole season. Girl, from your license being suspended to, oh no, it wasn't suspended, I'm under investigation, to episode after episode, we were subjected to Mark and Brit whining for sympathy for not to be her. I want my time back from watching this. Thank you, in philosophy. Girl, I want to say this sounds insane to me. And then, let me just go right here real fast. Peach, Juice, Williams, and this is why I be telling y'all, you would think, thank you so much here, Ruth, thank you so much. You would think that Peach Juice would have learned her lesson the first go around when she tried to play. No, when she lied on TV and said that Candy and Todd, when she repeated the lie that Phaedra told her about Candy and Todd taking her back to their home, to a sex dungeon. She's still repeating rumors to this day, things that she's heard. Porsha got her black ass down to YouTube and said that the person in the photo, Brit, was underaged. That's what she said. With budget gone, Peach Juice, you in danger, girl. As long as production let her get dragged properly. Hello. If the audience and the ladies completely took her side, she would have never revealed that she never saw the photo. She was banking on Kenya's fall. She was. So she crying over pictures that's not hers. Girl! Thank you, Lucky Charms. Thank you, A. So you have Porsha, who came down to the internet and said that Brit was underaged in those photos. And I remember saying, girl, I would think you would have had enough of repeating what somebody told you or what you heard in the streets based off of the last go round. Now, not only are you saying that Bang Bang was underage, but you're also saying that Kenya and a current housewife participated in the distribution of child pornography. Hello? Because that's literally what you just said. Because you said a current housewife is the one who gave Kenya the pictures of an underage child. Well, of course, you're a child if you're underage. An underage person, a child, having sex. And you're saying that somebody on the cast, a current housewife, gave Kenya the photos. And then Kenya got those photos and posted them on a poster board and showed everyone in the room of a child having sex. So not only are you bringing other people into it, now you're also bringing production into it. Thank you, D Rich 2279. Not only are you bringing another housewife into it, now you're bringing production into it. Because y'all saw them set up this stuff. She came on TV crying snot bubbles for a picture she never saw and production never showed her. Even up to when she was on Watch What Happens Live. Backtrack, Edie F you. Okay? Girl. Since Bang Bang Edie is spilling tea, she might mess around and tell us if production sent her after Kenya. Thank you, M. All while calling Drew a liar and everyone up on her. Sick of peak. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is an absolute mess. Porsha, girl, you got some splaining to do. Because again, I'm just going off by what Bang Bang said. It wasn't her in the picture. But you said that Brit was underage in those pictures, which would be considered child pornography. That's what that would be. That's what they will label that as. And you're saying that Kenya put up child P in front of everybody to see, and that another housewife gave her the pictures to put on the poster board and to show everybody. Girl, one of the women YouTubers was the first to say it before Porsha, which was wrong if not verified. Thank you, Demi in the city. Maybe it was Yosemite Sam, Edie, a couple of faces ago. It had to be. I'm contributing to your new pants. Cheers. Thank you, Liddy Lou. Girl, my pants better show up. Hello. Thank you. Girl, this is a mess. This is a mess. So where do we go from here? Me personally, I said this earlier. I think Bang Bang is lying. I do. I don't know what that lady is up to. I don't know. But I don't think that it wasn't her in those photos. This is what I think. I think it was her in those photos. Okay. But I don't think that the photos was an underage Bang Bang. I don't. I don't know what that lady is up to. Something is weird over there. You mean to tell me that girl, the day of the reunion, you mean to tell me that y'all literally filmed this in 2024? Hello? Y'all filmed this in 2024. This has been going on since 2024. And you are coming down to the internet telling us that you just recently found out that whoever was in the picture sucking dick was not you. Girl. Because somebody said they had you on candid camera and you believed it because you knew it was plausible. Thank you, Chateau. Porsha is a puppet master calling execs off camera. Thank you, Angie Winston. Drew can no longer be called the biggest liar. We have no idea what's true about Bang Bang. Thank you, C. Evans. Girl, this is a mess. Brit, you mean to tell me, girl, this scene, the scene that Kenya shot with the cast, with the who is this, y'all, the Kenya Moore spa scene. That scene was shot sometime last year in 2024. Hell, maybe even 2023, but I think it was 2024. I think it was 2024 that scene was shot. I know it wasn't this year, but so it had to be either 2024 or 2023, but I think it was 2024. And you mean to tell me from the time that happened and all the mess that has transpired, y'all finished shooting the season, y'all done did promo and all that stuff. The season is damn near over. When I tell you they edited the season, put the episodes together, girl, packaged it up, girl, Bravo done put it out on the screen, and you mean to tell me it was only up until recently, whatever recently is. I don't know what recently is. What is recently, Brit? Bang, bang. What is recently? Recently, you just found out that it wasn't you? Girl, girl, you just found out that wasn't you from a scene that y'all shot way in 2024? That's what she said. It needs to be put in their contract that you cannot miss the reunion. Not showing up shouldn't even be an option for the coin they're getting. I believe so too. You can say what you want to say about Kenya Moore, not you. But people can say what they want to say about Kenya Moore. But baby, it didn't matter if Kenya had to go up against every motherfucker in the room. Kenya has always shown up to the reunion. She ain't never got out of her seat. She ain't never took off running. She ain't never left the building. Even the times when Kenya girl was pulled to the ground, she got right back up and sat in her seat. Kenya ain't never did none of the shit that these girls be pulling. Kenya always sat in her seat and took whatever she had to take. And that's the tea. That's the real tea. That's the truth. You can say whatever you want to say about Kenya Moore, but that bitch show up to work and she don't take off running. Hello? If Porsha and Phaedra are going to be at the helm, the show title needs to change to Lies in the Window. Okay? Me and Porsha would have been thumping, bitch down. Let me tell you something, bitch. Let me tell y'all something right now. You can say a lot of things about me, and you can see, but bitch, once you start crossing the line of talking about girl, I'm posting pictures of children having sex, girl. When I tell you we gonna be forever, girl. Once you start to say, girl, it's bad enough. I already showed somebody sucking dick, and I have no business doing that. But once you say that, girl, I'm engaging in child pornography, girl, we are going to have to fight. Girl, it ain't nothing else left to it. Girl, we are going to have to, girl, I'm going to have to pop you in your face when I see you. Girl, it's just some shit we just not going to do. You can call me a hoe, okay? You can call me a slut. You can call me a lot of things. But bitch, once we start to go down the road and it's dealing with children, oh girl, we're going to have to thump. And that's just what it is. Girl, I don't even know. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Even if Kenya came back next season, I don't even know how she would even film with Porsha. Because, girl, every time I try to take 2 steps, girl, with you, you bring us back 75. I want to be very clear. Porsha is always the reason that her and Kenya can never be on one page. It's always Porsha. Girl, didn't she say to her husband it was a picture of her? Yes. She said when she was in high school. And I think that's when they tried to pull I think that's when Porsha tried to pull the underage because Brit said that she was in high school. Didn't she say to her husband it was a picture of her on the mic? It's giving hocus pocus. Thank you. Thank you, Yoli Yo. Rodney, do you think Drew is leaving RHOA? Girl, they don't like Drew. I'm gonna tell y'all. Let's get into Drew for a second, girl. I could be wrong, but I think Getting to the Edges, Edie is the first ever housewife to not show up to the reunion. That's real crazy. I think so too. Now that you will get dragged by your hair on a reunion stage. Hello? Baby, you'll do better just calling me a hoe. Okay, you'll do better. You'll do better, girl, saying I walked into somebody's house and walked out with their husband and they here to say. You would do better trying to make up a lot of other stuff, girl, and say a lot of other stuff. When y'all start going down that road, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to even go backwards, but I'm gonna go ahead and go backwards for 5 seconds. When y'all start to go down that road of talking about, oh girl, I was gonna take somebody back to my apartment and drug them, girl, it's over. Bitch, it's up and 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 it's stuck. I will never understand how Candy forgave Porsha, but we done. It's over. Girl, it's over. But girl, for me, it ain't no coming back from no shit like that. When you start to bring children into the game, ain't no way we coming back from that, girl. We ain't never, bitch, if you see me walking down the street, you better act like I'm dead. You better take off running, quiet as it's kept. Okay? Because, girl, we about to be fighting in the middle of the street, ball gowns and all. Even when Porsha dragged her across the stage, Kenya got up, dusted herself off, and continued. She really did. She really did. Kenya literally got up, did just like this, and sat right back down. Anyways, but Drew, let's talk about Drew for a second. Y'all, I think they fucking with Drew. I think they fucking with Drew. What's up, Stacey? I think they're trying to get Drew out of there. I do. Drew has not been on Watch What Happens Live this entire season. They put Drew at the very end of the sofa. From what I understand, this is what I've heard. And this is what I think is happening. Drew has been an advocate for Kenya to come back on the show. Even after Kenya supposedly got fired or quit, Drew was still asking Kenya to come film scenes, but Kenya wouldn't. That's what the people were saying online. So this is where I feel like I think happened. If that is true, that Drew was wanting Kenya to still film, I do believe that the producers then had it out for Drew. Because in my head, I think that the producers wanted to get rid of Kenya. They used Brit as a major chess piece in the game of getting Kenya out the motherfucking door. I've said this and I'm going to say it again. It's not to take away nothing from Brit because Brit did what she did, but I really think they used Brit to get Kenya out. Because I think when Kenya did that interview with Carlos King, girl, that really pissed them off. So I think they knew what Kenya was about to do, and they just sat back and folded their arms and just let her do it. And then as soon as she showed that picture, girl, as soon as Kenya said, "Who is this hoe? Who is this hoe?" As soon as Kenya showed that picture, they said, "We got that bitch." And they went to Bravo and said, "Kenya just showed somebody sucking dick down to the Kenya hair spa." And they said, "Girl, we gotta get. She needs to go." Truly really decided to have a compulsive, almost 50-year-old woman that's shaped like an exaggerated S and bleach freaky grandma anchor of the show. Another lying scandal will happen, okay? This is what I think. I don't know this to be facts. And so I think that they told Brit, girl, we got you. We got you, girl. We got you. We got you. We got you. You good. And I think that once the see, that's why Brit started to come out and lie and say, oh, I was hazed. Oh, I didn't do anything. You know, I didn't have any whips and pistols because I think that production told her, girl, you good. That's why she came out and lied. And then when the season aired, they didn't give a fuck about Bang Bang. They just wanted Kenya out the door. Once they got Kenya out the door, they was like, oh, girl, we don't give a fuck about her. I really feel like this way. Again, this is not facts. This is just what I think, okay? And so when the season started to play out, Bang Bang was looking like the black single female. She was looking like Stan. Kenya, you didn't give me a hug. Girl. Kenya, I don't like the way you hugged me. Girl, what the fuck? You like the way I hugged you. Hey, my Libra brother from another mother. I love your content. You make my work days fly by. Please don't ever change. Thank you, Miss Chambers. Thank you so much. So, Drew, I think they want to get Drew out the door. I think they want to, hopefully Bravo makes that decision. From what I understand, Bravo does the hiring. Brit was stunned at the edit. She's been quiet the entire season. Clock that T, Stacey. Brit did not think that the edit was going to be the way that it was. She didn't think the edit was going to be the way that it was. Because I really do believe that they told her, oh, girl, we got you. But they really didn't give a damn about Brit. They just wanted Kenya gone. And then once they got Kenya out the door, they was like, okay, girl, we got her out the door. Girl, we got her ass. And then after that, and Brit been looking crazy the whole season. And so now Drew, who loves Kenya, was trying to get Kenya to come back to the show. I think production got pissed off at Drew. And I think that they have been doing something about Drew not going on Watch What Happens Live. Drew ain't been on Watch What Happens Live this whole season. And now, even though to me, I don't care about Drew's storyline, it didn't pull me in, it does not take away from the fact that Drew had a personal storyline. Her storyline outside of Porsha. So for Drew, who's been on the show for 4 seasons now, to be sitting at the end of the couch after Chicken and Waffles and LaToya Jackson is absolutely insane. You have Drew, who's been on the show for about 4 seasons, right? Sitting at the end of the couch. And the 2 new girls who just made it are sitting before her. Excuse me. My theory, production was probably fully set to edit things to Boom's favor, but I think Kenya probably recorded the bank scene on her phone and threatened to tell the truth if they didn't show the truth. Thank you, Chateau. Thank you so much. I do think that they are out to get Drew. I do. Again, if Bravo hires, because again, based off from what I understand, I've said this before. Yes, it don't make no sense. Drew literally made an entire album, had a storyline with her trifling ass husband, girl, had beef with Porsha, and y'all mean to tell me that she's at the end of the couch? And based off what Kelly said, everybody has a problem with Drew. So how is it that this girl has made an album, had a storyline dealing with her husband, has beef with Porsha, and according to Kelly, everybody on the cast, and she's at the end of the couch. And y'all know I don't even see it for Drew like that. Everybody except Cynthia. That's what she said. You're sure right. Everybody except Cynthia. And this is what I mean. They don't do what's best for the show. I feel like, based off what Patrick McDonald said, production has too much power. Once they get mad, it becomes about ego and power instead of it always revolving around what's best for the show. Which brings me to my next point that I want to make. You cannot get mad at the fans of the show because the show may not be doing what you want it to do. Let me give you an example. It's like a restaurant people go to. The customers start to complain that the restaurant isn't as good as it used to be. So then the powers that be, they start to make changes because they also notice that, oh, it's not as crowded as it used to be, it's not as busy. So let's make some changes and hope that it gets better. They start to make these changes, and then one day they have the slowest day in a 16-year history of the restaurant being open. And then the customers who actually love the restaurant start to say that those other customers ruined it for everybody. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Customers, fans, whomever are going to complain. You cannot please everybody. Somebody's going to be pissed off. This year it was Team Toro when it came to Atlanta. Somebody's going to be pissed off. It is up to the powers that be, management, to make sure that they implement a plan that's good for business. If the plans that they're putting in place are not good for business, that's on them. They are making the decisions. You can't blame the fans for not wanting to watch Atlanta the week before last. Because the fans don't do the hiring or the firing. The fans were complaining. Bravo said, we're going to try to do something about it. The plan that they have in place is not working. That's because they're not putting the right people in place. They do the hiring, they do the firing. So again, it's just like a restaurant. A customer can complain, but if the decisions that the people in charge are making are still not working, that's not the customer's fault. Bitch, you're the expert. This is what you do. You should know what's going to work best for your business. But what happens is when you have people in a position and either they got there through knowing somebody, fucking their way to the top, sucking their way to the top, nepotism or whatever, they may not necessarily know what they're doing. Or if you have someone who's ego driven, their ego starts to become more of the issue than the show is. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? So when Atlanta came last week and they had the series low, that's not the fans' fault at all. That's Andy's, Truly Originals, NBC Universal. They're the experts. They do the hiring and they do the firing. That's it. And the next thing I want to say is this. Y'all gonna have to stop trying to act like Memorial Day was the reason why people did not watch last week's episode. Memorial Day ain't got shit to do with nothing. 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 Let me tell y'all something. I remember not long ago, Beyonce on Christmas Day, Christmas Day, was down to the NRG Stadium and had a whole Beyonce bowl. And everybody who don't even watch football were glued to their television screens, didn't turn the TV off to make sure that they watched the Beyonce Bowl on Christmas Day. Christmas Day. A day that has been set aside for Jesus, family, friends, love, and people still watched. So this game that the girls and boys are trying to play down to the Instagram and Twitter about, oh, it was Memorial Day, that ain't got shit to do with nothing. Because people are going to watch what they want to watch. If people are going to stop what they're doing on Christmas Day to watch Beyonce, if they wanted to watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta on Memorial Day weekend, they would have. If they wanted to watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta on Memorial Day weekend, they would have, just like the people who wanted to watch Beyonce on Christmas Day did. People watch what they want to watch when they want to watch it. It doesn't matter if it's Memorial Day weekend or Christmas Day. And stop acting like there have not been episodes of The Real Housewives of whatever city that has not came on Memorial Day weekend. And I'm about to say, this is not to sound disrespectful to the veterans or the people who serve this country, but more than likely, most people probably put Christmas Day above Veterans Day. And on a day that's been designated for family and friends and Jesus and all that, if they can still want to watch Beyonce on that day, then you're not going to get me to believe that on Sunday night, the people, if they wanted to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, they wouldn't have. They didn't watch it. They didn't watch it, baby. They didn't watch it. They didn't watch it. And y'all thought that Phaedra was going to come back and bring in all the ratings on her return. They didn't watch it. And they didn't watch it because they didn't want to see the shit. I watched it. I reviewed it. I still DVR the show. But I'm saying that, girl, the people didn't want to watch it. So they didn't watch it. It ain't have shit to do with it being a Memorial Day weekend. It ain't have nothing to do with the gays in D.C. doing a Tootsie Roll and grinding on each other. It ain't have nothing to do about the next day people getting ready to barbecue. It ain't had nothing to do with nothing. What it was is people didn't want to watch the shit. It didn't have nothing to do with it being Memorial Day weekend. That's it. So y'all can cut that shit out. And another thing, it's not lost on me that Kenya was booked with Tamron Hall, but Phaedra was booked with Mamie Shepard and handled with kid gloves. Okay, come on. Phaedra looks younger than Angela. The heavy lashes and wigs aren't helping. Thank you. Not just Christmas Day. We watched it live. Exactly. They need to stop making excuses for Phaedra being a failure. Baby, let me tell y'all something. I don't even watch football. Okay? You might see me watch football every now and again when I see some nigga running down the field, and I just hear his ass and thighs and shit everywhere. But girl, I don't even watch football. And baby, I had my Netflix on, girl, trying to make sure that I did not miss Beyonce. Because I wanted to see Beyonce. So again, people gonna watch what they want to watch. It don't matter what day it is or what holiday it is. Bravo thought that they were going to bring Phaedra back and it was going to shake shit up. And it did not. Bitch, I was sitting right here. I was sitting right here with my robe on, waiting for Beyonce to hit the stage. Had my TV on Netflix and everything. I was sitting right here in this spot. On Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, sitting right here. Baby, we love a thick athlete, okay? So yeah, at this point, it is what it is. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's happening with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is a mess. Phaedra's return is a flop. I don't care what nobody say. I've been trying to tell y'all about Phaedra forever. Um, the simple fact that Real Housewives of Atlanta had the lowest live ratings in 16 seasons, and it was the day that she returned. Girl, Porsha is a flop. Y'all fired Kenya over Bang Bang Edie for her to come out today and say that that wasn't even her in the picture. That's what she said. Y'all fired Kenya after y'all said y'all did an investigation for her to come out today and say, girl, that wasn't even me in the picture. Bitch, what the fuck? Girl, what in the fuck? What? Yo, the bitch. Hold up, 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 baby, hold up, 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 hold up. Girl, did you just say that wasn't you in the picture? Girl, and this whole season, after this lady got fired, you're saying that was not you in the picture. Girl. Like Nene said, I don't know Phaedra that well, but what I've seen from Phaedra, I ain't never seen Fabulous. I see Plain Jane from Athens. Baby. But when we talk about fabulosity, I don't see it. Thank you, Southern Purchase. Thank you. Brit has played in their faces all season. It's what they deserve. Get truly out. Girl, exactly. Exactly. You know what's so crazy? I feel like, this is what I feel like. I feel like Brit is getting her lick back. I do. I do. I do. I think Brit was in those pictures. I do. I think Brit is pissed off of how she looked throughout the season. I know everyone took off them bulletproof vests inside in unison once they found the bitch, okay? And took the metal detectors down. I know everyone took off those bulletproof vests inside in unison once they found out she wasn't coming, okay? I feel like Bang Bang is getting her lick back. I do. I think she said, I'm gonna go out with a bang. And I'm gonna shake some shit up. And I think that she lied. I think she lied. I think she lied. Britt said, y'all got the game fucked up. Y'all told me I was okay. Y'all got me out here looking crazy. No, you got yourself out here looking crazy because you thirsty. That's the thing. They knew you was, they could smell the thirst on you, Brittany. They could smell the thirst on you. They could smell it. And they knew that you were going to do exactly what needed to be done so they could get Kenya ass up out of there. I think Brit was in those pictures, and I think that Brit is lying now because she wants to get her lick back at production. And now she done caused a whole bunch of chaos and confusion. I really think that's what's going on. I really think that's what's going on. I could be wrong, but it's just what I think. And now Brit has everybody looking crazy. She said, I'm gonna look crazy. I already look crazy. I'm gonna have everybody look crazy with me too. Excuse me. Because Bang Bang more than likely knew she wasn't coming back next season. Girl, we already, some of us, we already knew that Bang Bang was gonna be a one-hit wonder. We already knew. We already knew, girl, when this shit end, girl, it's a wrap. She not coming back. So I think that Bang Bang knew that she wasn't coming back. So she was like, well, girl, at this point, and because I do believe that girl, let me shut up. There's no way that that girl gonna convince me that that was not her in those pictures. Again, I'm gonna go by what she said. She said it wasn't her, but it's just hard for me to believe that that was not her. But now this is where we are, right? Regardless of what I believe, just because I believe it don't make it the truth. Girl. But this is where we are. Bravo. Truly original. Your employee or past employee said that that wasn't her in those pictures. That's what she said. She said that that wasn't her in those pictures. That's what she said. So Porsha lied about the underage pictures. Thank you, S. Girl, Porsha. Girl, let me shut up. Let Nene return next Memorial Day. Ratings will go up. Thank you, Denise. Porsha be lying. Porsha just throws shit out there. Like on Sunday's night episode when Drew had her ass running out the goddamn coffee shop. Maybe Brit doesn't recognize her old face and body. Maybe Brit doesn't recognize her old face and body. Okay, girl, Porsha be lying. Porsha just throws shit out there. She did it on Sunday's night episode. I said, girl, Porsha always throwing shit out there. Okay? Porsha always throwing shit out there about somebody. And then when Drew met her where she was at, then Porsha got her ass up and got to running out that restaurant. Girl, what Drew said, you better get girl, what Nene know? What Sheree told Nene, you better get to running, bitch. Okay. Bang Bang just wants to have a moment so bad. She has successfully got us talking about her lying self. Mission accomplished. Girl, hello. Girl, my drink just been sitting here. Girl, it done turned to the girl. It done turned to girl. All the ice done melted. Girl, I didn't want to drink nothing. This is a cocktail. I didn't want to drink nothing because I wanted to make sure I got all my thoughts out. How many? Right. So, girl, when I tell you, Bravo truly original. Thank you, Shell Bell. Thank you so much. Bravo truly original. Girl, y'all look crazy. Y'all look crazy. Bravo, Andy, truly original. Girl, this is some 1942. No, that's a lie. Girl, I just told a whole motherfucking lie. Girl, I said 1942. Let me stop lying. This is some Don Julio, actor Julio. Not 1942, though. And some lemonade. Mm-hmm. Um, but yes, something is going on. I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is at this point. There, uh, truly in Bravo, I think Brit is trying to get ahead of something that is going to come out. It's something that's going on because, girl, you're not at the reunion. Now you're saying that that picture isn't you. Brit played in Bravo face so bad. Thank you, Kay Denise. Now you're saying the picture isn't you. You're not coming because, girl, like, I don't, girl. It gotta be. Something is going on. The fourth wall was broken over a fake storyline. We're gonna need a full breakdown and explanation. Bravo won't expose themselves that way though. That's the thing. Bravo not gonna say nothing. You know, Andy, he gonna say the same shit. You know what needs to happen on some real shit? You know what needs to happen? Because you know, let me tell y'all what needs to happen. Because I'm probably not gonna make it. Andy, I know last year at Bravo, well, whenever it was, year before last, Andy does a Ask Andy type of setup at BravoCon. And I think it'd be like 10 in the morning. Girl, you know, girl, girl, I just be getting up, girl. I think it's like, I think last time it was like 10 in the morning. And you can pretty much ask Andy, I guess anything you want to ask him, I guess. Girl, the people that are there, y'all need to ask the questions. Girl, I might need to get my ass and ask. I was trying to ask, did anyone notice that they aren't saying Future's name now? Drew couldn't even say his name on the Breakfast Club. Oh, she couldn't? Oh, maybe he did send something over. Because they damn sure said it in the preview. Because, you know, but yeah, Andy not going to answer nothing, though. So you would have to ask some shit to Andy, like in person, to get, you know, but he's still not gonna say nothing. Because we need to be there at 9:30 a.m. sharp. Okay. Girl, I didn't watch the Drew interview. Brit is saying that's not her because she's about to be gagged by the feds. Oh, girl. Thank you, Immaterial Boy. Oh, girl. But yeah, it is what it is. I guess we'll see how this turns out. I guess we'll see how this turns out. Because as of right now, it's a complete shit show. It's a complete shit show. Bravo. Ugh. Y'all don't do what's best for the show. And that's the problem. That's why Atlanta will never be, well, one, reality TV will never be what it was before. The golden days of reality TV are gone. Rodney, the girls are fighting. Thank you, Nia. Thank you, Nia. The girl, like, it will never be what it is. But y'all can't even give the viewers what's needed because of whatever ego, whatever disdain you have for certain employees. Like, y'all get rid of your top employees and you expect the business not to suffer. And that's literally what's happening with Atlanta. You get rid of your top employees, there is a chance, there's a chance that the business may suffer. And if the business suffers, it's not the customer's fault. It's not the viewer's fault. You decided to get rid of your top employee. Now, the business is suffering, and now people want to blame the fans for the business suffering because they don't want to watch the bullshit or still frequent the store because the sales associates that you have, they a mess. The sales associates that we liked, y'all got rid of. The ones y'all kept, they a mess. So now we're not gonna come to the store no more. And now it's the customer's fault because now they about to close the store down. And because y'all not going, now the customers who love going to the store are pissed off because they heard that they might close the store. That's literally what's happening with Atlanta. The customers who love Atlanta, the viewers who love Atlanta are pissed off because they feel like it might be on pause again after this season. And so now they're upset at the customers who choose not to watch the show. But it ain't the customer's fault because now the people in charge get rid of the best employees. So when you get rid of the best employees, your business may suffer. So now the business is suffering, and now it's the customers who don't want to wash the shit. It's their fault. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. And be very clear. Bravo has never paid attention to what the viewer said about Real Housewives of Atlanta. If Bravo really paid attention and cared about what the viewer said, let me just tell y'all something. If Bravo really cared about what the viewers thought, Marlo really would have been gone after her first season as a housewife. If they really cared about what the viewers said, Marlo wouldn't have even made it back for a second season. It was me and probably 3 other people online. And the only reason why I was a champion for Marlo to return was because I was embarrassed for Marlo. Because I remember I said, "Oh, girl, I just want Marlo to come back because I know she a mess. But girl, I would feel so embarrassed for Marlo because she just got her peach after girl 25 years, and now girl, she about to lose it." Sonya would have been gone after her first season. Nobody liked Sonya. If Bravo really cared about what the viewers thought or took into consideration, if we're going to be honest, Phaedra actually would have been back seasons ago. If they really cared about what the viewers wanted, they don't get it twisted. I understand why Nene is not back. I understand. But what I'm saying is, if they cared about what the viewers wanted, I have seen so many people online who were saying they want Nene back. And Nene still ain't back. If they cared about what the viewers wanted, they wouldn't have disinvited Kenya to the reunion. So when people say that they take in consideration what the RHOA viewers think, no, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't. They don't. They don't at all. They don't. They don't. They really don't. Do you know how many people have screamed that they want Mariah Huck back on Married to Madison? Girl. But they will go get Sweet Tea. They will go get Dr. Alicia, who didn't say shit until like the last 4 episodes, maybe, of the previous season. 2 seasons ago. So I don't think that they really necessarily listen to. They may listen to the girls, what they want. I don't know, on Beverly Hills. I don't know. They literally put Phaedra on Married to Medicine and nobody asked for no shit like that. I have not heard, I had never heard one, I'm not exaggerating. I have never seen one tweet, one post prior to Phaedra becoming a cast member on Married to Medicine of people saying, I want to see Phaedra on Married to Medicine. I have seen tweets of people saying that they want to see Mariah on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I've even seen tweets of people saying that they want to see Quad on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I've never seen the opposite. But at this point, girl, I really feel like, yeah, they gut RHOA and expect them to perform. Beverly Hills still has their core players. Hell, they brought Tamara and now Gretchen ass back to OC. They do what's best for their shows, not ATL. Come on, baby. Come on. And I don't even watch OC, and I know they brought Tamara back, and I know Gretchen coming back next season. Exactly. Like at some point, if you see that it's not working, you're gonna have to bite the bullet and bring the people back that could better the show. Again, don't get it twisted. I completely understand why Lanithia Leakes is not on Real Housewives of the girls out here calling the girls crackheads and cokeheads and racists. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I do. Okay? They don't want to save RHOA, then because they cut Diana and Anne Marie with the quickness, okay? They don't care about the black shows. But at some point, if they really care about the show having some sort of longevity, they are going to have to bite the bullet. They are. They are. They're going to have to bite the bullet. I'm not saying that Nene on the show is going to bring it to 1 million because, I mean, girl, the ratings are dropping with Nene and everybody on the show anyways. But I think that it would help the show out a lot. I do. I really do. They do RHOA so wrong. Girl. They really do. The RHOA reunion better be 1 or 2 parts only. Bravo, do not waste our time. Thank you. Exactly. You know how many people I have seen online who do not like Cal and want Cal off of RHOBH? I have had people tell me, because you know I like Cal. Y'all will tell me, girl, if you start at the beginning of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you won't like Cal. Cal don't tell none of her business. She tell what she want to tell. Cal is damn near a lesbian, and we don't know whether she we don't know if she's a lesbian or not, because as far as I'm concerned, she's a kissing lesbian. And like I see people all the time that do not want Cal on the show. I see it all the time. Okay? I bet you Cal gonna be on Beverly Hills next season. Cal is gonna leave Beverly Hills. They won't get rid of Cal. And so the point that I'm trying to make is, girl, at some point, like y'all want to just, I get it. At some point, the girl's gonna have to leave because y'all not giving nothing. At some point, girl, you done showed your whole life. But y'all have to do a better way of transitioning the girls out than the way that y'all do it. The way that they transition the girls out on Atlanta be real sloppy and messy and gutter snipe, and people be pissed off. Like they don't do it in a way where if we really want to start to bring in new girls, we need to figure out a way how to get the older girls out and make sure they're happy, make sure that the viewers are happy. So when this transition starts to happen, everybody's on board. They be so cutthroat with it, you know what I'm saying? And then they wonder why the shit ain't working out the way that they want it to work out. I think Lisa Rinna gonna be back next year too. If they were filming that scene, I mean not that scene, the picture that I saw of Kyle, Dorit, Kyle's daughter, Lisa Rinna, and Teddy, I feel like that was being filmed. I don't know though. And Lisa was in that picture. She had on a cheetah suit. That bitch was fly as hell. Leopard, cheetah, whatever it is. But at this point, at this point, it is what it is. I do think that they're going to probably take a pause. Y'all taking pauses and the pauses don't make no fucking sense. Girl, y'all might as well just go ahead and throw the shit back together and just throw it out there. Cause y'all took a pause with season 16. Y'all said this was a new era. That's what y'all hoes said. Bravo said, y'all when I say Bravo is so fucking raggedy. Girl, y'all literally got y'all asses down to the internet telling us that this was the Sweet 16, the new era. Girl, the new era. Girl, the new era. Girl, y'all said this was a new era. Girl, pistols and whips. Y'all said that this was the new era. Y'all mean to tell me y'all took Bravo off of air as long as y'all did for it to come back and be a fucking mess? To the point now the viewers are so fucking confused because we don't even know what the fuck is going on. Because Bang Bang Edie just came out today after God knows how long y'all filmed that scene down to the bankhead and said, I mean, not to the bankhead, down to the Kenya Moore hair spa. It started at the bank, whatever it was, girl. It started at the bank. And you mean to tell me that girl just came out? It's time for new cities. Thank you, Erica De Niro TV. And you mean to tell me, girl, that girl just came out and said to that girl, that ain't even me. What? Girl, that ain't even me. You know, that ain't even me, girl. Girl, what? Hold on, what she just said? What she just said? What she just said? Okay. But yeah, you know, like I said, eventually the girls are gonna have to leave. But I do believe that when you start to transition these girls out, they need to do a little bit better because it's so sloppy. It be so sloppy and it just be a mess, especially with Atlanta. It just be like, it's like y'all just be like, girl, boom, you out. Blessings to you, Rodney. I love your commentary. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you. But it is what it is, girl. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, baby. Oh, girl. Po Atlanta. But they're going out sad, baby. They're going out sad. And in real life, that reunion really don't need to be no more than 50. Girl, if we're gonna be honest, that reunion really could be an hour and 15 minutes. With commercial breaks. Okay. Girl, did you see Claudia reading Phaedra down? Said it's about lying, fraud, or hoeing. Sit this one out. Baby, no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Girl, but that reunion needs to be at least, girl, no more than an hour and 15 minutes. It really can. Girl, it could be a virtual reunion. It really could have been a Zoom call. It really could have been they really could have went down a StreamYard. They really could have went down a StreamYard. Because in real life, what the fuck y'all gonna talk about? Let's just be honest. The first 5 episodes will really be about Kenya and Brit. We could talk about, you know, I don't know. If Renna is back, I'm not watching. All she's gonna do is throw subliminals at Garcelle. She's like Trump to Obama. Well, Garcelle not coming back. Garcelle quit, baby. Garcelle quit. Baby, Garcelle quit the day of the reunion. Garcelle went and put her Adidas on and walked out the motherfucking building and said, "I'm gone, hoes." Baby, kiss my black ass, baby. Garcelle is gone. She quit. But yeah, it really that reunion. The only thing I can think of is we're gonna, of course, see Shamia and Porsha, and then we'll probably more than likely see Angela versus Porsha. And then we'll probably see Drew versus Porsha. Phaedra gonna try to have some type of beef with Drew based off of the way she, oh girl. Kelly, once she really talks about her personal storyline, I don't know what else Kelly would probably do. And then Shamia might have a little beef with Drew. And then Shamia might have a little back and forth with Angela. Cynthia, she, yeah. I don't really, past that, I don't really see. Yeah, past that, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be Shamia versus Porsha, Angela versus Porsha. Angela and Shamia going to have a little 1-2. Drew and Porsha going to have a little 1-2. Porsha and Angela might have a little 1-2. Phaedra, what the fuck she going to say? Cynthia, she really not going to say nothing, girl. You know? They did all that just for Brit to say 1, 2, 3, not it. Porsha and Phaedra have yet another thing in common: scamming ex-husbands. Baby, baby, let's talk about it. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, even though Bang Bang is a mess, I do think that her being at the reunion would have helped the reunion out, just because of the beef that she has with Angela, the beef she has with Kelly. You see what I'm saying? It would have helped the reunion out, where they probably could have made it 2 parts. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. But with her not being there, it's kind of like, girl, y'all probably could have got away with a 2 part reunion. But without her there, then it really is giving like a special for Watch What Happens Live. Girl, no shame. Girl, y'all could have went to the clubhouse. Girl, we gonna be on this bitch. Girl, it really is giving an hour and 15 minutes. Girl, and I'm talking about girl with commercial breaks. It really that like it's not. I don't know what they go. I really, and then Kenya is not there. So that really could have been a nice dramatic portion of the reunion. They could have stretched that out for probably like that one topic. They probably could have talked about that for about 30 minutes if we're gonna be honest. Girl. Because we can stretch some shit out over here. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Drew will be mad. Kelly said she didn't buy from the Balmain event. We know Drew ain't. We know Drew ain't got it. Thank you, NJH. And I feel like some of the beefs that they have, they're not like beefs that could be drawn out. Brit could have gotten another season out of Bravo if she came to the reunion and played the game right. She really could have. Thank you, Chantel B. And yeah, like some of the beefs they have, it's kind of like a quick 1-2. Like you can only really like to me, in my opinion, Kelly and Drew can only argue so long about whether or not Drew purchased something from Balmain. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like they might argue for like a minute, and then it's kind of like, okay, girl, they done. I think the biggest part of the reunion is going to be Shamia and Porsha. I do. I think that's probably going to be one of the biggest parts of the reunion, and then Angela and Porsha. I think there's going to be another one because Angela been out in these streets calling Porsha all types of hoes. Okay, Charles should come and cuss their ass out. Okay, that might make a little 1-2 happen if Charles came out. But I don't know, child. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens when it happens. Um, And then, you know, again, I don't know what's going to happen next season, but I feel like Bravo, I feel like they're going to be put on pause. Because at this point, girl, it's a mess. It's a mess. Girl, y'all really fired Kenya. Girl, let me tell you something. Girl, y'all really let my girl go. Girl, y'all really let my girl go. Y'all really let my girl go. Watch them try and mimic Stacey's reunion dynamic with Angela or Drew. Stunts and shows to stretch 3 parts. I feel like that's what they're gonna do. I could see them. I could see them definitely trying to pull what RHOP pulled last season. Because I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting the reunion for RHOP was actually pretty good to me. They stretched it out. I could see them trying to pull something like that. But the thing is, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Everybody, the only way it's gonna work is it's not gonna work because everybody will have to be on board with like Porsha. The reunion could work, but Porsha gonna have to spill some of her tea. They're gonna have to go after Porsha hard. Like about Simon hard. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? They could try to make the reunion work a little bit, but they're gonna like the way Drew started kind of like clocking Porsha and had her ass running out the restaurant, they all gonna have to like tug on Porsha's wig and talk about the shit that she don't want to talk about. Like they're gonna have to like go there with Porsha and just put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Do you think Mia would work on RHOA? Girl, I think she would have been a good fit for this season. I'm not even lying to y'all. I think Mia would have been a good fit for this season. She would have fit in. I don't know if that's shady or not to the girls that's on the show, but Mia would have fit in good with this cast. I think she would have. They gonna have to like swing Porsha every which way but loose, and I don't know if they're willing to do that because even though Drew been clocking her, it took Drew a while to kind of start to get with Porsha. Because in real life, when Porsha started calling her all types of bitches and shit in Shamil's closet, Drew should have been on Porsha's ass right then and there. But Drew waited until what, 13 episodes in for her to really start to like tug on Porsha's wig. Girl, you should have been tugging on Porsha's wig as soon as, girl, she raised her voice at you. Girl, as soon as Porsha pulled that stunt in that closet, talking about you a low down dirty bitch, Drew, you was trying to play what? What? Girl, I don't know what your girl. You don't want to talk about Simon. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't know, child. I guess we'll see. You know, they're gonna have to make some. Oh, let me shut up. I keep saying I don't care, but I keep talking. They won't go after Porsche. I don't think that's what I'm saying. They might because like I said, Angela already been out doing interviews calling Porsche all types of hoes. She called that lady a hoe right on Dish Nation. All this stuff for a group of people who aren't even friends. We've lost the plot, folks. And that's another thing too. I do like sometimes I don't care about it, but I do believe to a certain degree that when y'all start to put these girls in these scenarios, like the Housewives, where they're not friends, it really does mess the show up. It really does. Like these girls don't even be connected like whatsoever. Like you could at least try to make sure that girl like they know each other through somebody. You know what I'm saying? RHOA and its fans made Bravo. Made Bravo. We deserve better. Thank you, Brown Sugar. It's giving Kenya will be back next season. She keeps saying she'll be back on Bravo soon. Hashtag Teams World. Thank you, Sin. That like because it's so much easier. While yes, we have seen friendships just fall apart, right? But like Porsha and Shamia, I'll use Porsha and Shamia as an example. Even though I think that a lot of us think that Porsha is a trifling ass friend, I'll say this season, we haven't really seen Porsha or Shamia just go to the gutter with each other. So it would be easy for them to kind of come back if they wanted to, because in real life, they're real friends. Does that make sense what I'm saying? But when you have people who really don't know each other, I don't even know that bitch, girl, you gonna go to hell, 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 hell. You know what I'm saying? It for some people, not everybody, it is sometimes harder to go to hell with your sister. I feel like Jennifer and Evelyn, even though that friendship is a mess, even though that friendship is a mess, girl, well, for whatever reason, they always kind of got back cool. Like I feel like there needs to be some type of friendship there. When the girls don't be friends, it just starts to like it doesn't work for the show because now I really don't have to fool with you, girl. I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? Well, versus if it's your sister, then you might be mad for a couple of episodes, but then you'll be like, hey, girl, I was mad, but I'm over it. But when you just met somebody, girl, 3 months before y'all started filming, it's easier not to resolve the issue. It really is. But if you just met somebody and y'all started, because this is what I feel like the girls do. They know who's going to be on the cast, and then they start a group chat. They start the group chat, right? And then they start talking through the group chat. But girl, we really don't know each other. Like I really don't know her. But they said she's gonna be on the show. So we start the group chat, but really we really don't know each other. And so when they start to fall out, it's not that big of a deal. Cause I just met that bitch girl 4 months ago anyways. Girl, I don't even know her. Cause that's how my attitude would be. You know, it's like girl, I don't know her. Girl, I don't know that bitch. Girl, I don't even know her. Girl, I just met her. Girl, I met her through the show. Like I feel like that was Kelly and Angela, honestly. Not Kelly and Angela. Kelly. I feel like that was Kelly and Brit. I really don't think Brit and Kelly were friends like that. I think that they probably were approached to be on the show, but I don't think because I think they said they had only been friends for like a year. That's why it was so easy for them to fall out because I really don't know her like that. It's hard for Shamia and Porsha to fall out because they are connected to that friendship. Regardless of what we think about it, it's hard for them to cut that friendship off because they've been knowing each other for so long. It's easy for Kelly and Britt to stop being friends because I just met the bitch a year ago. And quiet as it's kept, we really met each other because we found out, girl, they wanted us to be on the show. So now we fell out. It's kind of like, girl, fuck her. That's how I work in my head. But when you cool with somebody, it is hard, again, like Shamia and Porsha, to really cut that friendship off because they're not looking at the quality of the friendship, right? They're looking at the time invested in the friendship. Girl, they really do, though. I'm so late. Did you talk about Ariana saying Kim stole her money and is still asking for her money? Baby, thank you, Rancy. I haven't really watched. I know you're talking about the show. I don't even know the name. The New York Generation. But I didn't even watch the clip. I just saw the headlines. So I really don't know what she said. Okay. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I think that they need to start making sure that the girls are connected in a way. Because I know that it is hard to just find a hardcore group of friends where everybody knows everybody and put them on one show. But they need to try to do their best to try and figure out a way. I don't know. Kim was like, Honey Boo Boo's mom, same trailer park. Okay. I don't know. They'll figure it out, girl. It ain't my job. Girl, my job is to review the show. That's it. Hello? And I do think sometimes they make it harder than what it needs to be. I'm about to, girl, y'all are about to roll y'all eyes at what I'm about to say. Girl, y'all are about to roll your eyes. Do not hang up the phone in my face. I'm about to say something. I'm about to say something. Girl, y'all about to click off. Even though I think that it is like watching paint dry, I did not think that this person was interesting. I don't know why. I just feel like the people who did like her, it's a pretty privilege. I think that if Fallon could have made a few episodes this season, I think it would have shook shit up a little bit. I do. I do. Now, I don't see it for Fallon. I thought she was boring as fuck when she was on the show. Girl. But I do believe that if Fallon could have made a couple of appearances this season, it would have kind of just shook it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All I'm saying, they should have had Fallon on her for about 3-4 seasons. They would have got Porsha off her ass then. I thought Fallon was the most boring person. By click. Girl, click. Okay, girl, click with the old school. No, listen. Remember back in the day when we had the flip phones? Yeah, girl, when you wanted to be real dramatic, you were like, girl, click, clack. Girl, get the fuck off my phone, clack. Girl, that was the best thing about a flip phone. You could always slam that bitch in somebody's face. Um, but yeah, even though I never saw it for Fallon, I thought Fallon was boring as hell. Hey Rodney, will you be watching Miami? I will be watching Miami. I don't know if I'm going to be reviewing Miami though. But yeah, I never saw it for Fallon. I thought Fallon was boring as hell. I didn't understand why she was on the show. I thought she had no personality. I just thought that she was one of the girls that was, a pretty girl, and that's it. But I do believe that if Fallon probably could have came around this season, I think that she could have probably shook it up a little bit. I do. I really do, y'all. When I tell you, baby, that girl stay having babies. Let me shut up. I can't. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it this way. Fallon reminds me of the lady on. It's a movie called Women of Brewster Place. Girl, it's girl, it's one of my favorite movies. Girl, Women of Brewster Place, and it was a woman on the show who always had babies. It's like she felt like her connection, like once her kids start to grow up, it's like she felt like she had to have, like that was her way of like somebody needing her in a way. Let me shut up. Fallon is a breeder, no tea, no shade, baby girl. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I think Fallon. Yeah, I think Fallon could have did a little 1-2 this season. I really think so. I really think so. But I don't know. But I don't know, girl. Cause her first go around was a hot ass mess, and we still trying to figure out how the fuck she got on the show. How the fuck she get on the show? Oh, cause she was cute. Okay, and then she flopped. Um, so sorry, cuz you can okay, you can RIP RHOA at this point, baby. Pretty much okay. Because at this point, baby, I really think at this point it's pretty much a wrap. I really could see RH. I really could see Atlanta not coming back at least for a minute. I could see them not coming back. It's too much going on. It's too much going on. Drew, Angela, take notes. Bring Fallon on next season if y'all not on pause. Okay, it's too much going on, and I think what Brit did today really kind of just. I don't even think that Bravo was expecting Brit to do that. Maybe they were. I don't know. Anyways, that's it, y'all. That's all I wanted. Shout out to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shout out to Bang Bang Edie. It was good knowing you, girl. Bang Bang, just go over to Basketball Wives, girl. You might do all right over there. Shout out to Bang Bang Edie. Shout out to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shout out to Kenya Summermore. Kenya might be back next season. I don't know how she gonna do it because I don't know how she gonna deal with Porsha. Girl, that shit is crazy. I don't know how she's gonna do it, but if she comes back next season, if there is a next season, I don't know. Um, then it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Shit. And that's another thing too. I don't want to see a Kenya versus Porsha. That's another thing. Like I do not want to see a Kenya versus Porsha at all. If they come back next season, I do not want to see a Kenya versus Porsha. I don't. I don't. I don't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's just it's like Candace coming back to Potomac and it's still being like a Candace versus Ashley. Like girl. Or even a Candace versus Giselle. Like girl. At some point it's kind of like girl. Uh-uh. I don't even want to see a Kenya versus Phaedra. I don't. I really don't. I don't. I don't want to see a Kenya versus Phaedra. I really don't want to see Kenya just beefing with nobody, believe it or not. I don't want Kenya to just fade in the background because Kenya's still gonna do what needs to be done. Clearly, hello, bitch, girl, hello, girl. Oh my god. So she's still gonna do what needs to be done when she feel like it needs to be done. But I would rather see Kenya more in like like the matriarch of the group. Believe it or not. Like I used to always say this about Nene. If y'all go back and watch my reviews when Nene was on, I used to always say Nene needs to play more of the matriarch of the group, like the head bitch in charge. Like I might still do a little 1-2 with the girls, but like I'm running the show. Nene was girl. I don't even want to go backwards, but Nene was too bothered by Kenya that she couldn't really take on. Like Nene could, like Nene, you say you the head bitch in charge, but you're not acting like it. You see what I'm saying? Like Nene, you say you the girl, like this my baby. Well, girl, you gotta act like the head bitch in charge. I used to always say that about Nene. Nene didn't want to do shit towards the end. Nene would just come in, clock in, and then she would want to beef with Kenya or some shit. But yeah, I would want to see Kenya more of like the matriarch, mother, whip the girls up a little bit, shake them, keep them honest. But what she wanted to do this season, before girl, she crashed out and showed somebody sucking dick. I don't know who. At this point, I don't know who it was. She showed somebody sucking dick down to the spa. The door is closed, honey. I'm done. I'm done. The producers won. I think most people are out now. They wanted it to fail, and it happened. Girl, I feel like they wanted it to fail too. It is weird as hell to me. Maybe they wanted to fail so they can start bringing in new seasons. New seasons, new cities. Maybe that's what it is. We can start getting some of these old girls out and start bringing in some of the new girlies. I don't know. But at this point, I remember when y'all used to say, I used to always look at y'all crazy when y'all would say that y'all think that they were trying to sabotage RHOA. And I said, girl, why would they want to sabotage RHOA? Girl. And now it took me a while, and now I started realizing, girl, a couple of years ago, girl, I think they might be trying to sabotage RHOA. I really do think that now. But I've seen people say that. I've seen some of y'all say that for years, and I never could understand why y'all was saying that. And now I'm starting to see it. Girl, I really think they are trying to sabotage Atlanta. I do. Girl, for real. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Mm. Anyways, all right, y'all. That's it. I'm gone. I had a good time. I want to give a shout out to Kenya Summermore, girl, mother, the head bitch in charge. I want to give a shout out to Bang Bang Edie. It was nice knowing you. Girl, the door is closed. The door is closed. Girl, I don't know what type of stunt you trying to pull, girl, but you got the shit, girl. Girl, I will give Bang Bang this. Girl, whatever stunt you trying to pull, baby, you done shook the table. Girl, I give her that much. Girl, you got everybody head turning. We don't know what the fuck is going on down over to the Bravo Truly Original NBC Universal. We don't know. So you did whatever you was trying to do, you got the people talking. Girl. Um, you know, go over to Shawnee and ask Shawnee, can you be a basketball wife? I think you'll do cute over there on VH1. Baby, she gone. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.